Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back for another video update on the E-units. As you guys saw in the last video, I was getting ready to paint the wheels and paint the horns. That is done. Should have done that a long time ago, but just kind of got literally sidetracked with a bunch of other stuff over the past couple years, and finally got it done. So they look a lot better, as you guys have seen in my past videos. Everything now that I own in the silver trucks and the green nose scheme has a really beautiful silver and red painted horn. You guys can see the red on the bells. Or the red inside the throats of the bells there. Looks super sharp. I love how that turned out on both units. I don't know why my phone does not want to focus. There we go. A little time consuming, not too bad. And then of course the wheels can't really be seen too much on these, but there you guys can see the shine from the lip of the wheel, but the faces are now nice and dulled. That looks much better than having a somewhat shiny, even though dark in metal, still shiny metal wheel. That's a lot better. So all the units have that done to them, and definitely happy with how that turned out. And in my mind, very necessary to have a pretty horn on this pretty paint scheme. So glad that's done. So got a few projects done here. We got those Gevos done, got the E-units done. Now I can put some of that away, make some more room. Got a couple more things coming, and this is just going to be a really short update, guys. The next video will probably be unboxing some new stuff that I have on the way, and pretty excited about some of that. Hopefully you guys are. And yeah, just a short video, guys. Short little update on the E9s. Just wanted to show you guys that I did get those done. Those will be put away for a while. Actually I might leave those out because some stuff I have coming kind of relates to these, so we might leave those out for a little bit yet. But yeah, so making some progress. Still got some work to do on some of these SD70 ACEs, and I've got some SD70Ms that I still need to work on. So you guys will see some of that come through, and I can do some more in-depth videos. I know a lot of these videos are just kind of before and afters. If I do anything too wild, I can kind of bring you guys in somewhere in the middle of the project and actually show you. I was gonna do a video of the horns off and the wheels out, and kind of midway through that, but there's just not a whole lot of excitement going on right there, other than painting. The horns, I carefully removed them along with the strap saddle that they are mounted to. Those are glued in place, but with some very careful nudging with a knife in the right spots, they do pop right off, and then you just carefully have to glue them back on, making sure you don't get any excess glue around those areas. But yeah, I was able to get those off. I wish I was able to get those off of the saddle straps that they're on, but was not able to do that without the fear of breaking something, so I didn't go too crazy. At least I was able to get them off the locomotive. Those would have been a pain to paint on the locomotive. I've done that before, and it's just way easier to paint them off of the locomotive. And now I'm really happy with how these look. As far as couplers go, you guys can see I do have the some weathered Katy metal shelf couplers. The only difference with these is, and I also have done this on my turbines, is the front couplers on the A units are weathered, and then all of the interior couplers, meaning in between the A units and the B unit, are just a kind of a grimy paint, that railroad tie brown that I use for the wheels. Just did these couplers and that. Since these are not really seen too much once everything's hooked together, they're kind of in the shadow of the diaphragms in there, and not really worth it to weather those because they're just not very seen. But we still paint them, still make them look good, so that way if the units are separated, it's still a nice painted coupler. But we definitely put the more rusty, weathered looking ones where it looks like a normal coupler. Even though, you know, everything is clean and immaculate, the couplers on most of all of this stuff is just a normal, kind of a rust brown coupler. Unless if it's sitting in a museum, you really don't see fancy painted couplers because these things are used, or were used. Hopefully someday we'll see the E-units back out. But at least Union Pacific kept these. I talked about a couple years ago when UP started getting stuff ready to donate. I did a video on that and kind of talked about some of that stuff, and definitely was upset that they got rid of 6936, because I'm sure I wasn't the only one out there that really wanted to see that run with 4014 and have two of the largest locomotives ever built together, and they never did that. So sucks, but at least they do still own the beautiful E-units. They are just sitting in the roundhouse, but hopefully someday somebody will get them back out. I'm sure they will have to go through PTC upgrades and all that good stuff, but there's some hope because they do still own them. So but I am happy to have this set. This is a beautiful set. Like I said, this is from the latest run that Walthers did of these. I believe these are all sold out now. And with all the stuff going on in the world nowadays, I doubt we see another set like this built. So was really happy that I jumped on these when they came out. Like I said, got them all DCC and sound, and they're super nice. I love them, and I've always been a fan of these units. I always thought they were really pretty. And then post rebuild, they got even more beautiful with the darker green on the nose, the removal of the door on the nose, kind of reshaping the nose a little bit. Really made these look clean and streamlined and just real beautiful units. So definitely my favorites, on at least top of my list on my favorites there of what UP has in their heritage fleet. And yeah, that's it for this project, guys. So I think the next video should be some unboxing, which is pretty exciting. So hopefully you're excited for that. And until next time, take care.